This is the African small hive beetle. It was brought to the United States in 1997, most likely by cargo ships. U.S. honey producers are now facing the greatest catastrophe in the history of the honeybee, though the worst is yet to come. Athena tumida, as the small hive beetle is called by scientists, is well on its way to becoming a deadly threat to the western honeybee, not just in North America, but also in Europe, Asia, and Australia. In North America, hundreds of thousands of beehives have already collapsed. Hundreds of apiaries have been wiped out, and whole honey factories are already heavily infested by this beetle. The journey of the small hive beetle started in South Africa, where it has been living together with the honeybee ever since. The beetles are a nuisance to African honeybees, parasites, but not a deadly peril. This is, in fact, one of the major differences between African and European honeybees. European bees cannot cope with this parasite. They are unable to prevent the beetles from laying eggs. Eggs are everywhere, inside and outside the combs. The larvae of the small hive beetle invade the combs, penetrate the cells, and gobble up as much honey and pollen as they can. Later, the larvae transform into adult beetles. The adults fly off and look for food. They eat whatever they can get. However, their favorite food is honey. Life can also be difficult for the beetles. Guard bees chase the intruders. Once they take hold of a beetle, they fly it out. They even imprison them in propolis jails. On the other hand, the imprisoned beetles are tricky enough to get the bees to feed them. It was the varroa mite that caused the last widespread epidemic of a honeybee pest. The European beekeepers were not at all prepared for this parasite. This mite is still causing severe economic problems. However, the varroa mite is harmless compared to the small hive beetle. In fact, the impact of this beetle is much worse than that of all other bee parasites together. American beekeepers are helpless and desperate. They are using whatever means they can, either legal or illegal, to kill the beetles. Within just 4 years, this African beetle has spread all over the United States. What is especially dangerous are the so-called bee packages. They are also sent to Australia, Asia, South America, and Europe. It is virtually impossible to check them for beetles. Climatic conditions in large parts of Europe are suitable for the small hive beetle to reproduce. The general public needs to be informed immediately about this new honeybee pest. Beekeepers need to learn about the biology of the small hive beetle, about how to stop it from being imported, and how to treat those honeybees that are already infested. A 30-minute documentary film addressing all these issues can be ordered now.